Uno, dos, tres.
Hi there, welcome to the Point Blank Music Production and DJ Performance webinar. My name is Luke.
And I'm Ben Bristow.
Thanks so much for joining us. Today is a fantastic opportunity to find out about our music production and DJ performance degree. So we've got a great webinar in store for you. Just to give you a quick overview of what we're going to be running through. I'm going to be going through a quick presentation, just going over a few more details about Point Blank, about what we offer, about the course, the accreditation, etc. A little later on, we're going to be going through a bit more of a deep dive with Ben through all the modules and each of the years that students can expect to study. And then after that, we've got one of our star pupils. In fact, he was just playing us in a little earlier on, Liam Black. He's going to be back doing one of his awesome DJ sets, so you can get a feel for what our students are learning here at Point Blank, the standard that they're at, and obviously see some DJing in the action. At the end of today's webinar, we are going to be answering your questions via a Q&A. So you'll see just to the right of your screen there should be a little chat box. Get your questions in, and my colleague John is going to be sending those through to me on this little trusty iPad I've got here. And we're going to be answering those questions live at the end of today's webinar. So anything you can think of about the course, about the assignments, about DJing, or maybe if you have questions for one of our students, Liam, later on about their experience at Point Blank, get those in the chat room. Today's your opportunity to have those questions answered. Another thing I wanted to quickly say is that we welcome students from all over the world. So do let us know where you're logging in from. Again, in the chat room, just give us a quick shout out, your name, where you're from, and we'll let you know. We'll give you a little shout out a little later on. But for now, I wanted to share with you just a quick video, just highlighting what it's like to study with us here at Point Blank. So take a look at this.
Here at Point Blank, we offer a variety of modules from essential to advanced and creative. Whatever level you come in as a student, we want to take you and level you up. Teach you some new skills, teach you about the hardware, teach you about the software, and what it is to actually be a DJ out there in the real world. How to get gigs, how to prepare for a set, and how to be on top of your game.
I've never done any music production before, but what I've learned so far has helped me also with my DJing, so I'm really enjoying it.
You know, there's always a conversation going on about something related to music, and I think that's just one of the great things about studying here is the fact that you're going to meet other people and just connect over music.
There's 3 DJ modules in the music production and DJ performance pathway. So essential DJ skills at level 4, creative DJ skills at level 5, and then advanced DJ skills at level 6. They'll also learn music business related topics. So there's a music industry module at level 4, marketing and branding at level 5, and then music entrepreneur at level 6. So that's the kind of music business thread. And then there's more performance based modules like electronic music performance. So they'll learn how to connect different bits of hardware and choose or design their own live performance instrument. And then modules like the VJ skills module, so learning how to use software like Resolume, how to plan out a visual kind of performance space and the type of visuals that they might use to accompany their own DJ sets or performing as a VJ. I mean, I wish I'd done a course like this right at the beginning. I would have saved myself years of practicing on my own, trying to work out things, and then realizing years later that actually I could have been doing it that way, and that's the much more effective way of doing it. And obviously the access to all the equipment. We've got state-of-the-art studios where students can come and practice. We're very dynamic as an organisation, so we'll always try and make our modules current and relevant and incorporate new developments into syllabus or assignment brief, so it's kind of preparing students for how the industry is currently. The students who are the most successful are the ones who are proactive. They spend their time while they're studying with us networking, going to as many activities and masterclasses and extracurricular events that they can, pushing their music, collaborating with other students and trying to get a team together so they've got different people who've got different skills. So it's all about collaboration. No one in the music industry is successful through working solely on their own in an isolated room. You have to be able to collaborate with people and build a network that's going to help you in your future.
You have fun here and you meet so many interesting people from all over Europe and the world, and I think that's brilliant, really.
It's everything I thought it'd be, plus more.
Cool. So there you have it. Hopefully that's given you a little bit of an insight into what the music production and DJ performance degree is all about. So I wanted to dive a bit deeper into what the degree is. So the music production DJ performance degree is a Bachelor of Arts honours degree. It is validated by Middlesex University. So Point Blank partners with Middlesex University. They essentially quality assure and accredit all of our degree programs. So you would study with us here at Point Blank. All of the contents, everything that you learn is designed, it's developed, and it's delivered by us here at our HQ in London. But when you graduate and you finish your degree, you will come out with a Middlesex University award. We offer 2 or 3 year pathways for this particular degree. So unlike other universities that might just offer the one normal traditional 3-year pathway, you can accelerate your degree into 2 years of learning if you want to hit the ground running and get started straight away. Or otherwise you can study the more traditional 3-year approach. We offer 3 enrolments per year for this particular course. We actually had one that started last Monday on the 13th of January, but we've got another start date in April and probably our most popular start date that we have will be in September of this year, 2025. In fact, we're already accepting applications for 2026. Yeah, do get your application in. We'd be delighted to consider you for a place in the course. You can apply through the normal manner, either on our website or via UCAS, and our admissions team look forward to receiving your application and considering you for a place on the course. Next up, I wanted to talk to you quickly about our study modes and our timetables. So all of our degree programs, and this degree is no exception, is a full-time program. So basically, treat it like a full-time job, 40 hours a week. That's with sessions or lectures, sessions, and, the additional work that you're going to be putting into it. You'll have 2 to 3 sessions per week in terms of classes with your lecturers. And these usually take place either in the mornings or the afternoons. And part of that, you'll have access 7 days a week to our entire studio complex. That's 2 campuses, over 30,000 square foot of studio space, 30 studios, 11 practice studios. There's loads and loads of incredible equipment for you to come in and use when you study with us here at Point Blank. Another thing that's quite unique about us and the way we teach too is that we don't operate like other universities with big lecture halls with hundreds of students. We like to work in a much smaller environment where you're working one-on-one with your teacher, and it's up to 16 students per class. So you really do get a lot more focused attention when it comes to studying with us here at Point Blank. Now, a question we get asked all the time is, what else do I get with the course? So on top of the sessions, the classes, you're going to get studio lab meetings. That's going to be with our technicians, so you can get additional support throughout the course, as well as regular personalised tutorials with the lecturers. So people like Ben, you can book out a session with him, and you can get one-on-one focused tuition from that lecturer. You can also get access to a whole pool of lecturers throughout the course. So do make the most of that. On top of that, you'll get access to our world-class virtual learning environments. That's an online portal where you have access to all of your course materials, course notes. You can upload your assignments and you'll receive all your grades for the work that you're delivering as part of the course. We also like to do a lot of guest lecturer masterclasses and exclusive events, and we offer student support, wellbeing and counselling services as well. So if you need any additional support throughout the course, get in touch with the student support team, wellbeing team, and they'd be more than happy to help. Whilst we were watching that little video earlier on, some of you have been letting us know where you're logging in from. So we've got DJ Lilo, who's from London. I think you know DJ Lilo, right?
She's in the hub next door, yeah.
She's
One of our students.
Watching live
Hello.
here. Awesome. Well, welcome DJ Lilo. Thanks for joining us. We've got Super Sydney, who's in Kent, and he's going to be starting with us in September. So I hope you're looking forward to that, Sydney. And then we've got Louis, I think that's right, who is in Sydney. It's 4 a.m. in Sydney. Can you believe that? And hopefully you've woken up early, you stayed up really late to watch us. But you're very welcome. If there's anyone else who's logged on, let us know where you're from. We'll give you a little shout out later on. Now next up I wanted to talk to you quickly about the Point Blank ecosystem. All right, so think of Point Blank when you come and study with us being, the way I like to look at it is it's like a little mini music industry within our four walls where you can learn, you can be creative, you can collaborate, you can network, you can make mistakes, learn from those mistakes, and become, the future of the music industry. Future professional music producers, DJs, engineers, singers, composers. And we don't just offer the music production and DJ performance degree, we offer other degrees and we teach other subjects. And that means as a DJ, as a music producer, you've got access to a whole range of other students that you can collaborate with, that you can network with. And that's really important in the music industry because, it is a networking industry above all. It's about your connections, it's about contacts. And the more contacts you have, the more opportunities you're going to get. It's as simple as that, really. So that starts here at Point Blank, and you can take everything you've learned within the ecosystem here and then apply that into the real world once you've graduated. We offer a lot of networking opportunities here at Point Blank. In fact, we've got an event on tonight here at our campus where we're doing our Point Blank recording showcase. And it's an opportunity for students to start networking, meet each other, and also for students to perform and showcase their music here at Point Blank. So we try and engage you as much as possible whilst you're studying with us. So we're really looking to connect you to the music industry. That's so important to help you get access to those opportunities. And that can be listening sessions, showcases like we have tonight, and much more. We do a lot of master classes, so we bring in guest artists and music industry professionals to come in and do talks, workshops, seminars. And that previously has included artists like Rudimental and Carl Cox, Nile Rodgers, Basement Jaxx, the Chemical Brothers. So some pretty exciting artists that have been coming through our doors, and we're going to have loads more coming in over the coming years whilst you're studying with us as well. So definitely get involved in one of those. We'd love to have you on board. Over the years here at Point Blank, we have partnered up with some of the main industry players. So you might be familiar with a few of these brands. Companies like Ableton, Focusrite, Pioneer DJ, obviously if you're DJs, Native Instruments, Waves, Serato. They kit out the latest software and hardware in all of our studios that our students work with day in and day out whilst they're studying with us here at Point Blank. And this is the same kit, the same equipment that you're going to be working with in the real world and that professionals are working with today in the music industry. So when you graduate, when you finish your course, you can deliver the goods straight away and you can start working in the music industry as a professional. Now next up, for those of you who maybe are in Sydney, let's say, and you can't make it over to London, or others of you that might be not here, we've got a quick video I'd like to share with you just highlighting our facilities and what Point Blank is like. However, if you are in London or in the United Kingdom or in kind of near around London, I'd highly recommend you come and join us for our open day this Saturday at 1 p.m. in our campus. It's a great opportunity to meet all the staff, meet our students, find out about Point Blank and all the courses we deliver here, get to take a look around our facilities for yourselves. But for now, take a look at this video. Hope you enjoy it. Cool, so there you have it. That's just a little sneak peek of what our new studio facilities look like. We're super excited to be in a brand new campus, basically. It's been 2 years of hard graft and work getting this new campus set up. We opened last September, right?
Yep.
And we got some fantastic facilities, particularly the DJ studio, which looks very mint.
Amazing,
I'd say.
yeah. Brand new DJ studio with all new equipment in there, so it's very
awesome.
Nice place to be.
Cool. So I wanted to bring you into the fold, Ben. I know I've been talking quite a lot and you've been sitting here very patiently, but it'd be great for our attendees today, I guess, to find out a little bit more about the course itself. So we're going to have kind of a bit more of a granular look at each of the years,
Yep.
Starting with level 4. kind of finding out what they're going to be learning, right?
Yeah, so in your first term, you'd be studying the music production module, which you can choose to either focus on Logic or Ableton Live in that module. And that's kind of just, learning your way around the door, how to do the basics, how to make beats, how to record audio, getting a track, together basically. And also in that first term, you do the first of the 3 DJ modules, which are throughout the degree. So the level 4 one is essential DJ skills. So that's really the fundamentals, but even students who've been DJing for 10, 15 years do that module and learn quite a lot, because we cover, using record box, how to beat grid your tracks properly, beat matching techniques, how to set your equipment up, how to use analog turntables and mix on vinyl. So a lot of people have used like a controller but never even touched analog decks. So
technology changes all the time, right? And like you said, some people might have one type of setup, never used a different one. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we've got the latest CDJ 3000s and A9 mixers. We've also got the S11 mixer, the V10 6-channel mixer. Things like what Liam's going to be using, the RMX 1000. So it's a really good opportunity to get your hands on loads of different types of kit. Because you never know what you're going to be faced with at venues. Unfortunately, it's not.
Definitely, yeah.
There's no uniform setup.
You've got to deliver the goods, whatever they've got, right?
Yeah. Also, level 4, you're doing modules like music composition. So that's getting more into the music theory side of things. So learning scales and what is a key, how to construct chord progressions to really elevate your music. A lot of people use plugins and samples, but they might not actually have the music theory knowledge to kind of back it up. So just learning the foundations of that can really help make your tunes, much better.
Awesome.
Music industry is also at level 4. So that's the first of the 3 music business kind of related modules. So that's where you learn about collection agencies, different revenue streams, ways that artists can make money from their music that a lot of people might not be aware of. They might be losing out on payment opportunities because they haven't registered their tracks properly, or all that kind of thing. So learning the actual nuts and bolts of the industry. Production styles is one where you kind of you're producing a track in a certain musical genre or musical style. So it might be you have to work a little bit outside your comfort zone, but it's like a real world scenario where you might be, commissioned to write a track in a certain style to fit on a certain album for a certain artist, for example. So, as with all our briefs, our assignment briefs, they're kind of designed as closely as they can be to replicate like a real world industry scenario to prepare students so they know what it's going to be like when they get out into the real world.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So moving on from year 1 or level 4, we then kind of progress on to year 2, level 5.
Yep.
So things are starting to get, a bit more advanced at this stage. What are we looking at here?
Well, creative production and remix, that's a module where, using all the stuff you've learned at level 4, you're making like a remix in to a certain set of parameters again. So you might be given an a cappella and told, right, you need to make a track keeping that the same but making it into a whole different style of music. Loads of sort of more creative production techniques in order to do remixing well. Creative DJ skills, that's the level 5 DJ module. So that's learning a lot of creative techniques like a cappella mixing, looping, scratch techniques. And also that is the main assignment, is creating like a 30-minute mix but using a DAW. So we'll teach you editing techniques. If you've recorded a live mix and there's a couple of little mistakes in there, how would you fix those? How could you cut the audio? Even we teach students how to record the separate channels so that they afterwards can go in and tweak the timing of things, layering stuff on after you've recorded a main mix, maybe putting an a cappella or some scratching over it as a separate track. So it's really like learning how to create a really perfect kind of mix that could be used as a a guest slot on a radio show or to promote yourself. Art of mixing, so that's getting into mixing your tracks and learning how to EQ.
It's
so
more production, right? Not a DJ.
Not a DJ module. No,
okay.
It has been confused in the past with the DJ modules, but it's learning how to create a well balanced track. So how to pan stuff, how to EQ things properly, how to get everything sitting in its own space in your track so it sounds like a professional mix of a tune really.
Yeah.
Marketing and branding, so that's the second of the kind of 3 music business related modules. So that's where you're learning about how to branding techniques and how to actually market your music.
Promote yourself.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
It's all about the branding really.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot to do with how people become successful. If they've got an identifiable solid brand, then that
100%.
goes a long way.
This day and age as well, you've got to constantly just be putting yourself out there, right? Just
Yeah.
Posting on socials and reaching as wide an audience as you can.
And you're learning how to put together a marketing plan, so that these are all transferable skills as well. Putting together a marketing plan can apply to all sorts of different careers, whether it's music related or not. So a lot of these techniques, even though obviously the focus is on music production and DJing, there's a lot of transferable skills in all of our modules, I would say. Advanced sound design, you're learning how to do like modular synthesis. So sound design, which is level 4, which I forgot to mention earlier, that's learning different synthesis types, how to create your own unique sounds so that you can elevate your productions and not rely on samples all the time or presets.
Yeah.
But advanced sound design, you're getting a bit more into modular synthesis, how to kind of really design your own sounds to quite an advanced level. And then electronic music performance is like learning how to translate your tracks that you might have made in Ableton or Logic and how to perform them live. So you might be using various bits of hardware, a sampler, you're creating a live version of your studio productions. It's like building your own electronic music performance instrument, as we call it, as in it might be a combination of different hardware that you're using, or software and a combination of the two.
Sounds super exciting.
Yep.
Just before we move on to the final year, level 6, just wanted to remind everyone, get your questions in the Q&A, for the Q&A I should say later on, so get them in the chat room and we'll be answering those. I can see that there's a couple of questions that have come in. There's one from Sydney, I think, one from Alexa. So if you do have any questions, remember now is the time to get those answered, so pop them in the chat room. Another thing is I completely forgot to kind of introduce our attendees to sort of a bit more about who you are, so we'll find out a little later on.
Okay.
But let's move on to year 3. So what are students going to be looking at really on the sharp end of the course? This is what it's all gearing up towards, right?
Well, the whole thing, points towards the kind of professional portfolio, which is kind of a 40 credit module at the end of the degree, and it's kind of split out across 2 terms. So the first term is doing the research part of it, and it's really you're finding your own sort of specialist project that you want to develop. So you have to propose a project that you're going to kind of create, and then in the first term you're doing the research for that, and then in the final term you're actually actioning the project and creating whatever that musical specialism is. So people have done an EP mixing genres together and creating some kind of unique thing with that. There's all sorts of, some people focus on other aspects of the earlier modules. They'll focus on like a VJ thing and they want to create a whole VJ performance, or obviously that's its own module in its own right, VJ skills. But a lot of the modules at level 5 and 6, and level 4, give you these kind of ideas as to how you might sort of zone in on a specialism towards the end of the degree. Advanced DJ skills, that's a module, obviously the final DJ module of the degree. So that's learning like external hardware, loads of different types of software like Traktor, Recordbox, Serato, how to perform a set with not just 2 decks and a mixer or a controller, but additional stuff. So, programming drums live over your set, probably like Liam might demonstrate in a minute. Just basically so that you learn your way around a lot of different DJ hardware. Things like the DJ S1000, which is a kind of all-in-one sampler that can sync with the CDJs. After you've learned the creative DJ skills at level 5, more advanced things that you can do with those, really.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much quite a big overview over the course. It'd be good actually to find out a bit about yourself. So I know obviously you're a program leader for the degree.
Yep.
So you're going to be sort of overlooking all of the lecturers that teach the course, and I guess the students' coursework that they're going to be delivering.
Yep.
Tell us a bit about yourself. So how did you start DJing?
I started DJing when I was at school, so many years ago. Just learning on analog turntables, learning how to mix by ear.
Yeah.
There were CDJs were around, but they weren't that particularly good at that time. and I didn't have access to them, so it was literally buying records. Started doing gigs, you know, in sort of local bars. Went in for a few DJ competitions, and then started collaborating with someone. So we would DJ and do like 4 or 5 deck sets where we were playing in bars for 5-6 hours. You know, then I did a degree in music technology, so I got a BSc in that.
Awesome.
And played. You know, I've done gigs from very small bars up to big, you know, clubs in Ibiza, London clubs, festivals. Quite a lot of corporate events and weddings and, you know, bar mitzvahs, you know, funerals even. Lots, all different types of gigs, basically. So, as with all our lecturers, they've got a wealth of experience, so they can, you know, often steer students clear of sort of bad habits, but also give them the benefit of, you know, scenarios they've been in where they've got out of that scenario and how to troubleshoot and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. So next up, I wanted to kind of go through the different types of careers our students can potentially enjoy here at from studying their course at Point Blank. So, what can a student do when they've graduated? You know, where are they going to find a job in the music industry?
I mean, there are so many different options nowadays, and often it's not just one thing. Obviously, you know, you ask anyone who works in the music industry, you know, the term portfolio career comes up, where you might be DJing, but you're also maybe doing remixes. You're also, you know, a sound engineer a few nights a week. You can't rely on being just a full-time, you know, one thing. Obviously, some people are. If they get to a certain level, then yeah, you could be a full-time DJ. But you know, there's a lot of things behind the scenes that are you know, a kind of feasible career. Sound designing, you know, designing audio for sort of computer games or for film and TV. You know, helping, like obviously EMP, that module helps you learn how to translate a track into a live scenario. So there are people who do that for a living, where an artist who's got tracks but doesn't know how to perform them will employ someone to help them translate it all into Ableton Live. And you know,
Ben, I'm just going to stop you there because I think we're having some mic problems
are we?
with you. Are you hope you're not sitting on your mic pack.
Don't think so.
Yeah, we'll try and fix those mic issues. But I think let's move on to maybe our performance with Liam. So this is one of our students here who's studying our music production and DJ performance degree. So yeah, Liam, do you want to take it off?
Yeah.
Let's get started. Cheers.
It's funky. go. Copy. Copy. People running. Copy. Here we go. People running. Copy. Here we go. People running.
Awesome stuff. Brilliant. Hope you enjoyed that. Liam, come on down. Come and join us over here at the desk. Thanks so much.
Hi
for
guys,
doing
how are
that.
you?
Yeah, very good. How you doing?
Yeah, fine. All good. All
What?
good. Had lots of fun there.
Brilliant. Superb. That's what we like to hear. So, so you're obviously studying our music production DJ performance
Yes.
degree. What year are you in at the moment?
I'm here on my third year, on my last year,
Your
unfortunately.
final year?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I know it's already finished.
It goes so fast.
So tell us a little bit about, I guess, your experience so far.
Oh, so Point Blank, honestly, it was, I think, best choice I've done. It's like, it's where you get there and it just makes everything around you, like musical wise, it turns it more professional. It gives you a lot of experience and like, yeah, I came from like just DJing as a job and like I wanted to learn more of the production side and even music in general, and it's just best choice I've done.
Awesome. And what was it about Point Blank that attracted you? Why did you pick Point Blank to come and study?
Well, honestly, for a few things already. First thing is that I'm from south of France and I'm half English as well.
Okay.
And London, like in Europe, is the town of music. Like it's where everybody is, where all the chances are. Also because they offer a degree, and I think it's one of the only schools that offer a proper degree. And if you do 3-4 years of studies, you definitely need that after a proper degree of it. And even, yeah, it's just the place looked nice. They offered an exact module, so I'm on the DJ and production one. It's exactly what I was looking for, and
Right.
yeah, that's what made me come here.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, what's been your favourite module so far then?
Tricky question. I would say I have two. Is art of mixing on the production part, because like that 3 months module, just in your production, like it's where you really understand the difference between sounding good and sounding very good. And on the DJ side, I finished it like last term. It's the advanced DJ. It learned me so many techniques. Like I've been DJing for like 8 years already, but it's for 3 months every week, was just learning little tips that just change your performance side of it, and it was really good.
Cool.
Awesome.
It's obviously had a good effect after seeing.
Yeah, I mean, that was amazing.
Still things to learn, but yeah, no, really, really good module.
So where can someone come and see you DJ next? What's your next gig?
So next gigs will be in London. I've got a few planned back home in south of France as well, but yeah, nothing announced yet. So can't wait to talk about them.
Cool.
And have you released any tracks yet, or are you just still getting your sort of sound together?
Well, so I released my first track last summer on the Spanish label. My second release is coming out beginning of March. I'm going to announce it next week. And so I played a set only of my tracks. It was only tracks of mine,
right.
so it's like my favorite tracks. And yeah, I find that so important. Like if you get to play a set of only your own music, it's just crowd reaction on that. It's what I'm working every day for. It's amazing.
And have you collaborated with any other students whilst you've been on the degree?
Yes, yeah, I could. Well, all the people I collaborated with are people that I met in Point Blank. There's a friend of mine called Nofex, Italian, very good producer. We made literally a track in the studio just behind that door.
Oh, cool.
And yeah, it's really good music. Finished the track yesterday with another friend of mine from Point Blank, Robert Flott.
Yeah.
And also with a friend called Mikey Richards. And yeah, it's just Point Blank helps for collaborating as well.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Cool. I got one more question for you.
Yeah.
If you could give any advice to everyone who's watching right now, advice you wish you'd received before you started at Point Blank, what would that be?
Oh, well, honestly, don't be scared of it. It's definitely worth it. And the only tip I would really give is like, when you get here, don't wait for opportunities and people to come. Create it yourself. Go to the networking events, try to go even to the pub after, have a drink. It's those little things that will change the way you build your career, and especially here in London. And like that's how I got all my gigs. That after from these gigs you meet other people outside, and it all starts from here. It's like, yeah, do it yourself. Don't wait for people to do it.
Cool.
Great advice.
Absolutely, yeah. I agree, yeah. Networking is so key and important.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, a lot of business, funny enough, in the industry happens at the bar or in the pub. So
London special.
Just be nice to people, you know, and good things tend to happen, typically.
Yeah, and especially with the new Penn Street, it's even better. And you can just go in the hub, chat with people. Don't be scared. Everybody comes here without knowing anyone. And yeah, the more you network, the more opportunities you'll get.
Yeah. Awesome. Cool. Well, listen, whilst Liam was doing his set, I know that we had loads of questions come through, so we're going to start our Q&A portion and get your questions answered. And both Liam and Ben are going to help me answer those. So we're going to start off here with a question from Alexa. Thanks for joining us. Who asks, are there any gig opportunities that you provide for students and or graduates?
Yep. So every term we put on at least one event where it's open for those students who've done a DJ module that term to sign up and do a set. So that's a kind of opportunity to network, because it means you can meet other students from different levels of the degree. But that happens once a term. I mean, the event we've got tonight, the showcase, it's a label showcase, but we've also offered DJ sets to current students. So there's about 4 DJs performing on stage as well. You know, we do things like offer holder days where we'll have a student performing for people coming, you know, as they come in. But we often get opportunities for competitions or, you know, people looking for a warm-up DJ for a particular event, and we'll always open that out to students. So yeah, there's lots of opportunities, really.
What sort of opportunities have you managed to get through Point Blank?
Oh, well, it was especially on first year. I remember it was at the pub just across the bridge. It was like open mics, and yeah, it was just you come, you play, like, I think it was only like 2-3 tracks each, but that was already, that was the first set I got, the proper set I got in London. And yeah, from that just met people, friends that organize events. Oh, do you want to play? Just chatting off, and yeah, it all came from that.
Yeah. I think there's also a lot of student-led events that happen, right? Loads of our students are putting on parties and club nights.
Oh,
in
100%.
various, you know, venues all over London.
Yeah, I've got a friend that studied Point Blank as well, and like he's got an event company called Scald going on, and it's doing crazy events all around London's biggest clubs. And it started like 2 years ago in the discussion in Point Blank. Like, everything can happen here.
There you go. Hopefully that answers your question, Alexa. Next up, we got one here. Well, actually, this is just a little message from Super Sydney. who I think came in for a tour or for one of our open days, who says they were completely blown away looking at the facilities and can't wait to come and study with us at Point Blank. So we can't wait to have you join us. And yeah, the facilities are absolutely amazing. So I'd urge everyone to come down to an open day and check those out. We got one here from Victoria who wants to know, do you need your own DJ equipment to do this degree?
I mean, it definitely helps because obviously we encourage students to practice as much as possible outside of classes.
Yeah.
So we'd always recommend you'd have at least a basic controller, but we've got 2 fully kitted out DJ rooms. So at the end of the day, you can always come in and practice with our equipment. It's just, it's always going to be beneficial, like having your own laptop with Logic or Ableton on it. If you can make tunes, you know, at 3 in the morning sometimes, if you feel the need, you know, you've got that as a kind of accessible thing. But
Absolutely.
yeah, we'd say a bare minimum would be a basic controller, which you can obviously pick up fairly cheaply.
Yeah. What kind of kit do you have at home?
At home, here in London, we literally have the smallest possible, the DDJ 400. Back home, I have an RX2, and yeah, it's because to transport that here was impossible. So when I need to record a set or just practice, I go to rent there's 2 studios now, so a lot more choice.
Cool. What about you? What you got at home?
I've got trusty Technics 1200s.
Me too.
And a DJMS 9 mixer.
Yeah.
But I use that with Serato or Recordbox.
Nice.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Cool.
Nice.
So there you have it. Next up, we've got one here from George, who wants to know if you can come and collab with singers. So yeah, absolutely. That's something that we really encourage here at Point Blank. You know, it's part of that ecosystem that I mentioned earlier on. You know, if you're a music producer and you want a vocalist for a track you're working on, come and audition the singing students. They all want to get involved with new projects, and they learn from you, you learn from them. So, you know, it's a win-win situation.
We've actually got a networking event on at the end of the month for students where it's a kind of like speed dating type thing where people who are looking for a producer
Nice.
yeah, and someone looking for a vocalist, so they'll get like 60 seconds to
Yeah.
just talk about what they're looking for and just to sort of facilitate that kind of
Yeah.
collaboration. Obviously, we have the open mic nights, which happen regularly, so there's lots of vocalists performing. Producers often go to those and then hook up with singers to record.
Totally, yeah. I think as well as if you're a DJ, maybe, you know, you can record a vocalist, you know, get a few samples that you can throw into your DJ mixes.
Yeah.
Or even
Have something
collaborate.
unique, or
perform,
collaborate.
Perform
Yeah.
live with a vocalist.
Oh, yeah.
I've done DJ sets before with live singers. And,
Yeah.
That the WhatsApp group also is really good in that is that people, as there's like the whole Point Blank on it, like numbers of people that just text, I'm looking for a singer. People get a message and they just start chatting, and that's how they meet up.
Yeah, cool. We've got another question here from Sydney, but I think we've actually already answered that, which is kind of related to the equipment that's required for the course outside of the facility. So yeah, obviously, you know, make sure you have a bit of a setup at home, but otherwise you've got everything here. What I would say as well is, you know, don't go out and just spend all your money on the most expensive thing there is. Come and use the kit here, familiarise yourself with what might be a good setup for you, and then you can invest in something that's going to, you know, give you longevity and allow you to be creative as well.
Yeah, if I would buy one thing, it's the USB. That is definitely important to come with your own music, and that's how you'll be able to practice even at home and learn how to properly know your tracks.
For sure, yeah. I mean, DJs, to be prepared, always have some music on you, always have your headphones, and you should be able to play absolutely anywhere. Cool. We got one here from DJ Lilu, who says, is DJ on vinyl still done, or is it all CDJ now? Because I want to DJ both digital and analog systems.
It's obviously less common to find venues with turntables, but I did a gig fairly recently, and that all they had was turntables with a, you know, a rotary mixer. So I used Serato and did a 5-hour set. I think it was on analog decks.
What, all with Serato timecode with.
I was streaming via Tidal actually, so I was using Serato and then streaming the music. They had a decent internet connection, so I streamed the whole thing. But yeah, it's still definitely a thing. You get vinyl-only nights, don't you, where the whole selling point is that it's all people playing on vinyl.
Yeah.
And a lot of DJs, especially turntablists, still use analog turntables. They'll just take a laptop and timecode vinyl and be using, you know, but it's definitely less common to find that as the standard setup in a venue. It's more likely to be CDJs and more digital technology, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. But yeah, you can still do it if you want to go down that route of vinyl. I still DJ vinyl. I love it. You know, dust off my old records on a Saturday morning and have a little boogie in the living room. It's great fun. Cool. Well, listen, I think that's all the questions we've received for today. So thanks so much for putting those to us. If you do have any more questions for us, get in touch. I'll be more than happy to help, either myself, my team. Come and see us also for our open day. So we've got one coming up this Saturday, the 18th of January. It starts at 1 p.m. If you haven't already booked in, make sure you do, and we look forward to seeing you there. But for now, that's pretty much all we've got time for. So I want to say a big thank you to all of you for attending.
Thanks a
Hope
lot.
you found the webinar informative and it's given you all the information you needed. If you do want to apply, remember you can apply by applying directly on our website or otherwise through UCAS. And yeah, I want to thank my guests as well. So Ben, thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure.
Liam,
Thanks
thank
a lot
you
for having me.
for your awesome DJ set as well.
Thanks a lot.
And it's been great to hear about your experience here at Point Blank. So do get in touch with us. One final thing that I'd like to share with you before I do let you go. As an institution, as a school, as a music university, there's one way that we like to be judged, and that's through our successes. We've been really fortunate over the years to have had many students come through our doors and achieve incredibly highly in the music industry. And our aim is to help you do exactly the same through the skills, the knowledge, and the experiences that you're going to gain here at Point Blank on this degree course. You can go on and achieve incredibly highly in the music industry. So take a look at this video, and we can't wait to see you on a Point Blank course very soon. Thank you so much, take care, and good night.
Ain't nobody loves me better, makes me happy, makes me feel this way.
I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her.
Just noise, white noise. Just noise, white noise. I'm hearing static, you're like an automatic. You just wanna keep me on repeat and hear me crying. Get out right now, it's the end of you and me. It's too late, and I can't wait for you to be gone. Take me.
Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Every feel it come around with round. Everybody feel it come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you.
Everybody feel it come around with round. Everybody feel it come around with round. Everybody feel it come around with round.
Everybody in the pump. Everybody in the pump. Everybody in the pump. Everybody in the pump.